Alright, for this video we're going to be playing some Scrap Mechanic. As you can see, I've done some playtime before, so I'm not new exactly, but I am going to start a new game. Oh, I guess I ought to name it. Let's see. Second adventure. That sounds good. Here we are. I've likely edited out the loading screen. It's bad enough you have to deal with that yourself. You certainly don't want to watch the loading screen for somebody else's game. But here we are in live version. Scrap Mechanic. It was more like a crafting game than a survival game. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of survival to it. Yeah, you have a health meter, a food, energy, or water bar, but it doesn't seem like it's very pressing to take care of those. You want to take care of your health meter, obviously, but your food and your water don't drain that quickly, really. Your food is your health bar, pretty much, is your health. If you lose health, you regain it by eating. Your water is stamina. As you run around and jump and do things, you'll lose water. Oh, there we go. We get started quick. Come on. That's one of the enemies. His head. Well, they spawn, and then they drop pieces of themselves that you can turn into building blocks. Although usually what you do with the scrap metal blocks is turn them into other building blocks, more useful building blocks. Or you turn them into components to build devices. And of course, somehow, as a mechanic, you have to farm. Why is that an issue? I don't know, but that's part of it. You gotta just grow your own food if you want to survive. Makes sense. Survive and not depend on other people, then just grow it yourself. One of the interesting things about Scrap Mechanic is all of the pieces pretty much out in the wild, except for these things. Can't ever pick up a fence for some reason. But you can take all this stuff apart and use it in your own builds, your own devices, however you want to. It just kind of falls apart. Then you end up with building materials to piece together your own things. And some of the more meaningful points of interest have signs that include instructions. So we take our soil bag, use it, put down a plot of potting soil, and then we've got our seeds here, some tomato seeds. We can plant those, water them with the buckets. You can use fertilizer to increase the grow time, and then once it matures, you come back and harvest it. But we're not going to do that here. It's nice that we've got a source of water close by, but we've got other objectives here. I'll step away. Actually, I don't. Well, I'll hold on to it. We open up our how to play, watch videos, tells you what key buttons to press, and the first thing it wants you to do is to build a vehicle. And basically, it's not difficult to build a platform, add a seat, a motor, some way to drive it, and then you gotta add steering. Of course, it adds steering up front, but you can add steering to all the wheels if you want. And then the wheels you put on have got to be able to spin on these bearings. And then you connect it all up, you wire it so that you control it from the seated position. Go in here, and there's some things we want to grab. What's it got? Already got another wheel. Requires a master battery. Okay, we don't have a master battery. There's potato ammo here. It's a headlight and a switch. All this stuff we can grab. But I'm just gonna grab those two items right now. Let's see. It requires power. That's where the battery comes in handy. But like I said, we don't have a battery yet. Requires power. So chest. Looks more like a microwave oven or something. Radio. Crappy music. Actually, the radio will come in handy later once we gather some more components. These beds. Consider we're just starting. It's not that big a deal, but that's our spawn point, obviously. Let's see. A little too hot in there right now. So we'll grab another couple of buckets of water. Another way you can do this, if you've got several buckets on you, just jump in the water. And as you scroll through your buckets, they automatically fill, but you have to be underwater to do, under the surface of the water to do that. So whatever works fastest for you. If you've got several buckets, it might be faster just to jump in the water, but either way. Let's see. Alright, put out that. Let's see, gas. The gas can was burning in here. That's great. Get a couple more buckets of water. Just because. Let's see what else we can find in the burning wreckage of our ship here. Not much, apparently. Got the chest with a few items in there. And actually, you can pick this up, take it with you. It only holds 4 items. Not entirely useful. But if all you need is space for a couple items, there you go. Need to find battery. I did not see one over there at the farming area, so let's follow the breadcrumbs here. See what we can find. Look out for more wonderful robots. Ooh, we got a shake. Sunshake. Nice. Carrot. Go ahead and eat that. Notice it didn't give me much in return for water, but different fruits do different things, fruits and veggies. Later on we'll be able to craft better items, but alright. Those are tote bots. They're basically just a little box, and all I've ever seen them drop is circuit boards. Nothing else. Well, they do drop their head, but it's not really a drop. It's an item you can just go ahead and grab. Now you can pick these up, but then you're carrying them. They don't go in your backpack. You just carry them around. You can set them back down. You can set them upright. Just whatever you need to. You need a resource collector. It's a craftable item to be able to pick them up and carry them around without using your shoulder. Oh, what we got here? Ta-da! Master battery. That's what we're needing. Let's go see what's up here. More goodies. Or tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. That's one thing you will get lots of is seeds. You eventually will be throwing them away because we just get so many seeds. It's ridiculous, really. It's just but if you get to farming and you end up being attacked by bots and can't defend your farm, they can come in and destroy what you planted. Well, if you don't have some seeds already on hand, then you're just gonna have to go find some more. So now while you aren't invincible, your guy can take a pretty good fall. Like I could jump from here. It's not gonna be that devastating. Pretty good chunk, but look at that. Picks back up. The only issue is it takes you doing something to restore your health. Either you wait and let it eat away at your hunger bar to restore your health, or you eat something to give you a slight boost. And if you're thick in the middle of things, then you can die pretty quickly. So let's go fill up these buckets. I'll show you here shortly, but water has its uses. Let's see. I'll grab some of these. Let's put that away. That we already got 2 wheels. I have to make some more wheels, but that's it about that. Let's see. 84 building blocks. I don't think that's going to be enough. So let's beat down this tree. Don't like leaving stumps, so I'm going to try to knock it down. Get rid of the stump. Poor hammer doesn't do too bad a job chopping down a tree. Don't get to build an axe, so hammer's all you got. Use what you got. this thing. And find your resources with what looks like, and I've heard referred to as a laser potato pillar. Alright, let's put this battery in here. Boom! We are juiced. What do we got here? Pick up the logbook. Press L, logbook, mechanic station. Integrity. Oh, good. We lost our handy dandy ship here. Now we're going to have to find a mechanic station. And it is off in the distance, that direction. Let's see. Excuse me. We will want to build a vehicle. A roll of paper. Let's see. Let's see what else of value of a ducky. Get some inventory pool. Okay, let's see. I think we can do without. Not to build a vessel, so let's see. If you don't put down the lift, down the lift, build stuff on it, and when you get rid of the lift, it's pretty much free floating. And of course it responds to gravity, but it's not floating. But if you don't put down the lift, well, you can't move it around. So you don't want a vehicle that's tied to the ground. Let's see, 36. Show you what a tomato does. See, my food and water. Eat a tomato, you get a lot of water out of a tomato, so good for keeping your stamina up. Let's see, this is just going to be basic as far as that vehicle goes. It's not going to be anything fancy. Raising area here is, as we saw in the diagram, you've got to add steering to at least a couple of your wheels. You want to be able to steer, otherwise you're not going very far. So, too close to it. Raised these two, so that my steering will be available to me. Because if you don't elevate this, you've got to put a block under a bearing to give you the steering before you put shock absorbers or something like that. But so far we do not have shock absorbers, so technically I wasn't really thinking ahead, was I? Because we don't have shock absorbers, and we don't have a new capability of making shock absorbers just yet. But, having trouble getting under your stuff? Yeah, that's what the lift is for. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got, let's see. Back down some. So we're short 3 bearings. Should have enough scrap metal blocks. What we do is we come over here. The bearing takes 5. 3 with the small craft block here that you start with. 1 item at a time. That. Number 2. And I will probably grab this before we head out to go find the mechanic station, but technically can't do anything with it yet. I don't have a gun, and it's gonna be some time before I have a gun because where the farming comes in. I'll explain all that later, I guess. Surprisingly, scrap mechanics been around for a little while. I need 100 scrap wood. Boy, I have 120 scrap wood. I still need more scrap metal. Yeah. I don't need a seat. We'll need a connect tool. Go ahead and craft one of those. Don't need a button. I have a switch. Let's see. Now, this isn't going to go anywhere if we run off. However, you can only get one lift, but you can use it as often as you want. Put it down over here. But it takes it away from where you have it. So, you want to make several items. Just understand that these things they're just gonna fall down because the lift disappears, but you can just pick it back up. No trouble at all. Need more wood. Go find more robots to destroy as well because need more scrap metal. Laser peeler here gets a little tedious, but it won't be long before we're able to speed up the process here. So put in the work and get moving. this, we get 10 blocks for every post, like a 4x4 that we're refining. Same goes for the scrap metal parts of the robot that we refine. It's 10 per. I still need more. So. Alright, we'll do a little bit of looking around. Too big for the sledgehammer. Okay. Too big for the sledgehammer. Let's see. Usually these building remnants either have chests or it could also have a robot, or a piece of a robot anyway. These are seems like, man, that guy's got a lot of buckets. Well, we get to farming, you don't want some buckets. Thought there might be some bots over here, but I don't see any. Make our way back. That's the pond. Let's see if we can find some bots around here. Oh, there's some corn. 3 ears of corn. It's just the right amount. And I'm going to show you why here shortly. Tell me there's not a bot around here. Beeswax. This is definitely useful stuff. Wish it stacked higher than 10, but it is what it is. Wow, I'm just gonna have to we'll be able to get this vehicle built here pretty soon, but we ain't building nothing until we get some more bot pieces, and you can't get them from tote bots. You gotta get them from they're hay bots. I guess because they carry a pitchfork, and usually around their loitering spots are loose bundles of hay. Man, I do not recall it being such a task to find hay bots. Let's just jump down here and hit it pretty hard. Don't underestimate them, because you will find yourself on the back end of a pitchfork pretty quick. Here comes their cousin. He's probably upset that I just dismantled his friends, but sorry, buddy. Coming at me like you are with that pitchfork, I had to do something. Need to defend myself here. Plus I need building blocks, so you know, you understand, right? Guess the point is lost on him. He's gone, man. Can't argue me now, can you? Also in our logbook tells us what day we're on and what time of day. We actually start on day 0, believe it or not. Which, you know, computing, that's where you start, but it seems a bit odd. We're starting on day 0. Hey, let's worry about what matters, right? Okay, let's collect our tool. See, I don't know. It's obviously a wood fence, but you don't get any wood from it. I don't understand. There's a few more scraps of wood to be had over here. Yeah, there are. That should be enough, I think. 20. I think that'll be enough. Let's see. We don't need a seat. That's for passenger. Got our driver's seat. Got our engine already strapped in. Got one wheel. Make the last wheel. That's strap our driver's seat in. Just gotta make it. Position it in the middle here. Right. Got our fourth wheel. We are going to be moving. Yeah, we got 4 wheels. Right now, notice how the wheels just kind of went cross-eyed there. No, looking connect it to the steering, see it straightens up. It's got some tension to it. Now, I don't know why this is, but when you connect your steering seat to front wheel steering, this is the front of our vehicle, so it's front wheel steering, you have to reverse the direction of rotation on the steering columns. I don't know why this is. Seriously, do not know why. As well, when you hook up your engine, if you just hook up your engine to a bearing, it's going to start spinning. Even though, you've got some power to it. You don't have any gas yet, but you've got some power to it, so it's going to try to start up and start spinning that bearing. It doesn't matter. But if you hook it up to your steering seat, then when you get in, you control it with your forward and backward arrow keys. So now you hook up your engine, any kind of engine, to the left side of the vehicle, the passenger, I guess it's not the passenger side of the US, but the left side of the vehicle. For some reason it wants to rotate those bearings backwards. So you've got to change the rotation on those as well. The right side. Oops. Oh, I forgot. With the scrap engine, you can only connect a couple of bearings here. But see, on the right side, you connect the wheel, it rotates the right direction, counterclockwise. The left side, I don't know, it doesn't want to connect, rotate in the proper direction to drive the vehicle forward. That's your goal, drive the vehicle forward. Or, when you're going forward, you want to go forward. You don't want the left side to spin backwards and the right side to spin forwards, and you just sit there and spin like a top. Oh, see, we got no gas. So, let's see, put some gas in. Now this is some janky stuff. Look at this. Look at this. I'm driving on duct tape and old pieces of plywood or something. Now let's up the throttle a little bit. Oh, now look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's spinning those tires. Can't hardly move. These tires are just junk. Oh, let's take the throttle back a little bit. It's still just a little too much spin for these scrap wheels. So there we go. Even then, we're just a little. These are just crap tires. We'll make do. We will make do. I say that. Now let's see what happens if we do forward. Front wheel drive, let's see. Because usually the driver's seat, whether it's the smaller version, the saddle, or the actual seat, larger size seat, they're quite heavy items, and I don't know if it really makes a difference with the heavier stuff to add more friction, maybe give you better contact with the ground. Try to busted open that box and then got attacked, so we still got stuff to pick up. It will despawn after a while, but it usually takes quite a while. Look at this. Look at this. Can't even get over this rock. Can't get over that rock. See how easy that was? Comes in very handy sometimes to be able to just lift your vehicle back up onto the lift, because the friction in this game as far as the wheels to the ground is just awful. Just awful. And you'll park your vehicle on just the slightest little slope, barely even notice the slope, and before you know it, your vehicle is sliding off into the water. Oop, oop, oop. You're getting a little too close for my comfort. Let's see. See that? See why you want some water around? Get a bucket of water with you. Those hay bots splashed with a good bucket of water, and they short circuit temporarily and go down, and you can get a good couple of whacks on them, and you don't have to worry so much about them. Now I would say they'll just take a few more hits and they'll disassemble, but that's not entirely true. Just sometimes I've had them, hit them a couple times and they pop up real quick, and it's kind of unpredictable, but you at least get a couple of good hits before you can retreat a little bit and give yourself a little bit more time to stay in the fight. It's awful early in the game to be respawning, but hey, sometimes you just need a moment. Okay, let's see. Another benefit of the lift. Get on it. Press up. Got your own personal elevator. Definitely comes in handy. Oh, well, that was just... I swear I'm not a noob. I swear. I think I hit that when I jumped. Or maybe... I know that's a lip. I know we can stand on that. Maybe we can get all the way up. Well, can't get all the way up. Let's see here, though. Put that there. Put that there. Bounce up on that. And... ta-da! Go the rest of the way. Handy. Yeah. Seemed like there was a third item pop out of that box, but I'm not sure what happened to it. Maybe it went all the way to the ground. We'll look. Get back down, we'll look. See. Kind of glad that didn't explode, Getting some scrap metal. We're getting some scrap metal. Alright, picked up the fuel. Ooh, another big chest in here. Some seeds. Another shake. Ought to be chowing down on these tomatoes here. Notice how easy it is to spot those little green treasure boxes at night. For something else there. I wonder what that is. Anyway. Yeah, you go out at night. Spot those treasure boxes a little easier because they glow. Glow pretty good. Yeah, see, there was something down. Carrot. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and move this on the other side of this hole because I know this thing is not going to make it through that hole. Okay. Boy, we are zooming now. Look at that, yeah. It's like a whole mile per hour at least. Maybe two. Maybe two. Let's see if we can get up and look. As much junk as you've got on these tires, you'd think they grab the ground a little bit better, but don't seem to. Okay, that's some walk meat. Done got killed by one of these hay bots, I'm sure. I'd get that, but gotta. See? Water. Gotta have me some water. Comes in handy. Now, I'm free to loot in peace. Carrot. Another shake, some gasoline. Gasoline, eh? Now, let's get back out on the road, maybe. Yeah, look at that left wheel. That thing just, I mean, it doesn't even spin straight. It's such junk. It's just junk. Can't even climb this hill. Gotta go at an angle. Oh, Lord, what a trial. Alright, so downhill is a different matter. Actually get up some momentum. Momentum. Box over there. Just gonna leave the car here because it's just not worth it. Now, let's see, where did that corn? There's a corn, tomato, and red beet. Now the corn is useful for feeding the cows. Yeah, eat that. Eat that. You like the corn. I give you corn. And you give me walk milk. Walk milk. Ooh boy. Notice how they're backwards cows. They got the udders on top. Sit on bottom, and that's why they're walks. Backwards cows. That's my opinion anyway. Well, looks like I've got some traveling to do to get to this place. With this janky mobile here. headache by the time I get there. Look at that shaking, vibrating, shaking and stuff. Golly. Joining any speed races with this, huh? I was curious to see just how different this map might generate compared to the one I've been playing my entire experience with this game so far, and it is quite different. The structures back there, except for the starting building, and of course the ship and the building next to it, and the one down the hill where we started playing with the lift as an elevator. Those are all the same, but so far the rest of this stuff is different. The fields and the shape of the terrain and everything is all different. So I'm pleased that it's not the exact same setup. Alright. We are here. Look how much fuel we used. 4 jugs of fuel to get here. Well, we made a little bit of a detour, I guess you could say. It's kind of went round and round with those 2 hay bots to get where we needed to be. Well, here we are. The mechanic station is where we needed to go. And we're kind of back at ground zero here. We need a battery. Well, luckily I know where to get it. Or I think I do. Because you can't, once you put it in, you can't take it out. So we can't go back and get the one we put in the ship's battery slot. But there's always this thing, these compartments included next to the mechanic station. Got these compartments. And there's battery. And one of these, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna set my spawn here just in case, because I do not want to walk all the way back. See, I'm out of water. You little hay bot. Sorry. Yeah, he's just doing what he does. Okay. If there's anything useful in this other. There's usually not. There's usually just open space. But you can turn this into, turn one of these into your little apartment if you like. Spend your time here. But they're all, kind of run down, little low rent, I guess you could say. Hey, we got a walk running around. Always branded Sunshake brand of walk. Okay. Get another walk. Interesting. Tote pot over there, hay pot over there. All right, let's put this battery in play here. See what happens. Got juice. Here we go. Crafting bot. That's crafting bot. Let's see. Let's take this. Take this off. We can put it somewhere right here. Well, that didn't work at all, did it? There we go. Just put it there for now. We don't need it just yet. Oh, we got up here. Mechanic station. Craft bot. This is the big craft bot. We 90 scrap metal blocks, 10 circuit boards, and 10 component kits. Okay. Cookbot, cook delicious food. 50 metal block tubes. Okay. 10 circuit boards, 10 component kits. Noticing a pattern here. Refine bot. Metal number 1, metal block number 1, 60. 5 circuit boards and 5 component kits. Okay, that might not be too bad. Dress bot 50. 50 metal block 3, 10 circuit boards, 10 component kits. Resource collector 30 metal number 1. Metal number 1, okay. Well, obviously we're gonna have to make the craft bot first. And we've got plenty of scrap metal for that. Or we've got 15 more than it requires at least. We just need circuit boards and component kits. Now, the hay bots, while the tote bots will only drop circuit boards and they're useless little heads. Well, they're not entirely useless. We'll get around to that, but they drop their head on occasion that you can pick up and place. That's a little music box, but the hay bots will often drop component kits. However, I've found them to be a very unreliable source of component kits. Your best option is to go exploring. Go find these structures and get to looting, because they're usually, while they're not filled with little green boxes, loot boxes, they usually have several in and or around them. Yeah, see? Component kit. That's what those little green boxes are for. Component kits. Oh, we are in trouble. Trouble. Get back. Ah. Oh, here comes number 4. And number 5. And I'm out of water. Ooh, that's a little hairy. That was stressful. Okay, let's see. Do some refining real quick. Give us time to see our health bar go back up. That's what we like. Health bar that's full or near full. That's the only way to go. Fine. We've got 5 circuit boards, 3 component kits. We aren't halfway there on component kits yet. We've got 8 more component kits to find, but I'm hoping that maybe these guys emptied this place out, just coming out to attack. But we'll see. Usually if you're just kind of sit for a minute, if there are hay bots nearby, they're making noise. They're grunting or whatever they're doing. They're making noise and you can hear them. So it's not complete surprise. We are garment box, common quality. Hey. Not that we're going to be building that dress bot anytime soon. I can guarantee you that. A twofer. Nice. 2 component kits in 1 loot box. And I did forget those potatoes, didn't I? Yeah. I forgot those potatoes back at the ship. Potato ammo. That was only 4. So it's not too bad. When you're in these structures, be sure you check all the nooks and crannies. They do a pretty good job of hiding these boot boxes. Not always just right there where you can see it. You gotta kind of hunt for them sometimes. And yes, they're often buried under hay. Oh, inventory's full. Let's see if we can drop anything. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's a glass block. It's all right, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that important. Let's see. Got more of these. So you can just leave these blocks behind, but I will not do so. I'll pick them back up over the 8 component kits. We are not there yet. So let's pick that up. Call our blocks back up. And we'll go back out, because that is it for this structure. We are done in there. Let's look around real quick to see if there's anything else nearby. There's a little shed or something out here. Let's go see what we got. Oh, we got some ink, paint ammo. Build a paint gun later. See, the carrot gives you more food than water. Tomato does the opposite, more water than food. The red beet gives you about the same food and water. So, FYI, tomato. And I'd rather have a component kit. You don't have a component kit around here? Come on. Corn. Component kit. Let's see. Oh, there's one back off down the road. With a structure around there somewhere. Ooh, let's see. I'll get one out of here. Oh, gas and a blueberry. I ain't got room to pick up the blueberry. Ooh, look at there. Look at there. Ha ha. Can't pick it up yet, but we got a tire. We got a wheel. Got a wheel. Let's see if we can. Mount that up there. A lot of stuff you can just put down, you could put on walls, because until you've got the stuff to build chests, useful chests, there's just nowhere to put stuff. You've got nowhere to put it, you know. Let's see. A lot of that stuff is useful. Ain't gonna lie about that. You need some of this stuff as you go along. For right now, it's just taking up space. Now, I'm not one really to leave stuff behind. I don't like doing that. I like gathering up as much as I can. But if you ain't got nowhere to put it, you ain't got space in your inventory, then you just gonna have to leave it behind. And I don't know what the robots have against the walks. They don't like the walks. They will attack the walks on sight. Pretty much. Let's go out here and see if we can spot a structure to go loot. Or maybe some boxes at least. I don't think he noticed me. Ooh, there's a big structure here. Yeah, he did notice me. He noticed me. Another one over there. You see him? Up in the top left corner, behind that bush. They're stabbing the ground with that pitchfork. He's getting angry. He's getting angry. At the ground, I guess. I don't know. Can't sneak up on him. Crouch. Crouch and smack him. Smack him. Doesn't seem to do much good. Gonna enjoy a refreshing beverage while I wait for these murderous robots to gather their strength here. Yeah, you take that, you robot, you. Some more scrap blocks here. Scrap metal blocks. Did you hear him? Heard him. Let's see. The audio up. It's pretty loud. I turn the music down just because. It's not that it's bad. I mean, here, let's turn it up. So I can hear it. Can you hear anything? I don't hear it. So yeah, it just there are points where you hear it and it just doesn't seem to. It doesn't add anything really to the experience. I don't feel. So I just keep it turned down. Jump over the hood. Should have grabbed some water coming in here. You know it. Boy, I got stuck. I was almost dead. Almost died. It's traumatic. Just bad. Okay, let's see. To be daylight again. I heard it. Oh, there's some up there. That's fine. I heard some more hay bots there. Here, there. Let's go up here and see. Let's see what we got. Thing. Butterfly is in there. I have accidentally run off a building before. Just got a little too close, a little too carried away, I guess. Just run right off the side. Yeah. It's angering. Hey. Why do you get tossed off like that? They have trouble with stairs. Ramps, not so much. They're okay with climbing things. Stairs, they trip up, fall down, and you can get a couple of hits on them. They're just not built for climbing down the stairs. I wonder what happened to. Okay, his part fell down there. Get it? We remember. Thing about those, I guess it's their spine. Ooh, a berry. Always handy. That they drop that you can refine into scrap metal parts, scrap metal blocks. I have yet to see those things despawn. They just stay there. Tote pot heads do the same. If they drop their head, it's just going to stay there. Now the tote pot heads are a little different. You can pick them up and they go in your inventory. And if you drop them out of your inventory, they become a drop item. You got a little glowing, glowing force field around them. Well, not that. They have a little glowing force field around them, and you can see them glowing at a distance. Then they will despawn after you pick them up and then drop them back down out of your inventory. They will despawn after some time. All right, let's use our legs and you don't have to play in first person. You can play in third person. See your little guy with his stumpy little legs? Yeah. But for me, I find it kind of, I don't know, it just seems like the perspective's off or something with third person. Like I can't properly gauge the distance when you're swinging your hammer. See, it's hard to tell, and it's worse for me with third person, I guess. So I just keep it in first person and don't have to worry about it. Yeah, take the shortcut down. Take the shortcut. Jump down. Oh, I wonder. Oh, man. I didn't do that, but occasionally there's a loot box on top of this broken pillar here. Seen it a time or two at least. Where's that other one? Dropped another arm out here somewhere. Go off this way. Oh, it landed on that ramp. Oh well. Oh well. I don't see any more loot boxes, but we got the component kits we need. I think we've got 1 or 2 extra actually. Oh, 4 extra. Nice. Nice. We will be needing more and more component kits as we go along. will always be needing component kits. It's like a dearth of component kits around this place. Just can never find enough. Spend a lot of your time on little loot adventures, just going to look for component kits. I mean, you'll gather up other materials as well, resources you find in loot boxes, but your main objective is to find more and more component kits. Yeah, look at it. Look at that. Nice and smooth. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. We like wheels. Okay. See what we got. Craft bot. Yeah. We got ourselves a craft bot. Boom. Craft bot. Now, this looks like a garage type place, and for the most part it is. Except this. Look at this. Look at this. It's broken. It's broken. And you know what? There's nothing you can do about it. You cannot destroy it. It's broken. The rest of it's nice. No problem. How did they break this? How did they break this? Anyway, so anyhow, we will make do. Oops, I'll put him backwards. Put him backwards. We'll make do. Now, what else? What else? We need lots of stuff. We need lots of stuff. But first things we're gonna need, these two: refined bot and resource collector. They're not that expensive to make. 5 circuit boards, 5 component kits for the refined bot. We don't yet have enough component kits. But look, metal block number 1. We don't have any. We're completely out. No metal block number 1. Take 60. We need 60. Yeah, we're not even close. Plus we need 30 for a resource collector. So that's 90. 90 metal block number 1s. How do you get metal block number 1? You go over to your handy dandy craft bot. Blocks, metal block number 1. 10 of them. Exchange 15 scrap metal blocks to get 10 metal block number 1s. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, so all the categories, this is all. That's everything you make. Tools. We've already got the connector. See the paint tool. Component kits. Metal block number 1. Glass block. We actually have enough. One of those chests had glass block in it. The weld tool will come in really handy, but metal block number 2. The blocks. Metal block number 2 takes metal block number 1, some embers, and little jugs of water. Little jugs of water. Got 3. I need 2 to make 10 metal block number 2s. So we're going to need little jugs of water. And then we've got various other blocks here. Metal block number 3. Of course, the next step. Got concrete that when you break down the big chunks of stone that we looked at earlier, that too big for the hammer, when we get to break those down, we will get scrap stone blocks, and we turn that into concrete. See, scrap stone block with water and chemicals to make concrete. Concrete block number 2 is just the next step. Concrete block 3. But look how heavy this stuff is. Concrete is heavy. Durable, but heavy. The metal blocks. Concrete's heavier. Look at that. Metal block number 3 is just so heavy. But metal block is more durable. course. Then we get over sand, glass, turn sand into glass, glass block, glass tile block. I'm not sure, other than the design, see, look, 4 little squares. I think that's the only armored glass, or better durability. Still, it's only a 4. So, I mean, the wood durability, wood block number 3 got some pretty good durability. When you're making your vehicles, as we get into putting shock absorbers on, the lighter the vehicle, the more use you're going to get out of those shocks, because heavy vehicles are just going to put pressure on those shocks. We've got a few decorative blocks more than anything else. Path blocks, extruded metal I like because it's got some durability. And look, 5 metal block number 1s to get 10 extruded metal block. I use these a lot, like for framing and stuff. And these, the net blocks and punch steel, mainly aesthetics, but also to kind of lighten the load. See, the weight is just 3. That's just barely more than the wood blocks. So extruded metal, same way. It's only 3, so not too heavy. Spaceship block, getting heavier, better durability. Brick block, it's pretty much on concrete side, but it's not quite as durable. But it's easier to make. See, look at that stone. It's pretty much 1 for 1. Stone scrap to brick block. Tile block. The only difference really is friction, but it takes paint ammo to make the tile block. Same with the restroom block. These are just for looks. The barrier block, I don't know why these are so buoyant. Look at the buoyancy. That floats really, really good, but I don't know why. The only thing that floats better is the bubble plastic. Bubble plastic block floats just slightly better than the barrier block. Look at that. But these weigh 1 more. They're 3 in durability compared to 1. I don't know. Carpet block, more aesthetics. We get into interactive. We've got a whole slew of stuff here. These are your shocks, your suspension for your vehicles. Let's help you get over little bumps and whatnot. You'll use these a lot. We've got our gas and electric engines. We'll cover that, because there's not a lot of difference, but it comes in handy using one over the other sometimes. Got a driver's seat. There's just a regular seat. Got a driver's saddle, and then just a regular saddle. It's not for the driving capabilities. Toilet, it's useful, but really. Thrusters, we'll cover those a bit later, because look, 40 metal block 3s and 10 component kits. Oh my god. Controllers, you will need these. You'll need these a lot. Logic gates and timers, usually used in conjunction with each other to automate certain things. The radio, you can build your own radio, and use the radio to build a beacon. And we'll actually use these when we start farming. I've got a little technique to help you with the farming. And just a whole slew of stuff. Stuff down at the bottom, more useful. We've got our small chest, a large chest. I guess it's just chest. It's not technically a small chest, but it's smaller than this one. So the large chest, glue. something that you can't make you make yourself, but you have to have the resources, and it's pretty much straight transaction. Just exchange it for glue. Vacuum pumps, handy. The pipes, we'll get into that. Gas containers, you've got to have gas containers because, look, for these engines, in order to put more in, you've got to have gas in your, it's got to be in your hotbar. It can't be in your inventory up here because you can't, you only get your hotbar selection to go in there. So you gotta have gas in your hotbar. If you put one of the gas containers back here and tie it into your gas engine, then you can just load it up and go and get a lot further. Same with these battery containers, and the chemical container and the water container are more for tying into the craft bot. That way, using those jugs of water to make stuff, you've seen it somewhere. Blocks. Let's see. See, a little jug of water. If you've got one of these water containers with little jugs of water inside it, tied into the craft bot, it pulls from there. So, same with the chemical. We've got some chemical right here. So you can either have it in your inventory or have it tied in using vacuum pipes into the craft bot. Water cannon, very handy when we start automating saw blades and drills. Oh man, you're gonna have so many of these. Well, you might have so many of these. They come in very handy. Small explosive canister, large explosive canister. We'll get into that. They come in handy when you're fighting the big stuff. Got wheels. We got big wheels. Yeah. And most of these parts are just aesthetics. I've heard and seen actually use the air conditioner because look at the durability. Now the durability on these blocks, all that means is how likely an attack from a bot is to destroy this item. Like, see the block, it's more durable. That means it's less likely for a bot's attack to destroy that item. But you can make these because you're going to end up with lots of circuit boards, and you actually end up with lots of metal eventually. It takes some time, but circuit boards you'll have lots of for long. But you can use these kind of as a barrier, and you've got stuff going. So anyhow, I think I'm going to stop it right there. I've probably gone on way too long on this video, but we had to get over here. I wanted to show you the craft bot. Consumable items we'll cover next time. Anyhow, thank you all, and I'll see you next video.